stupid. They're trying to fake that I'm Latino poor when I'm not, to rape me. Ew, they're the worst people on the planet ever. They're stupid, they're so dumb, they think they fool people, they take people hostage. Ew, they're embarrassing. Ew, 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 ew. They caused Jada and Kehlani to be separated from me for them to rape me in their dreams. They think they're sexy. They think that I won't talk about this as long as I tag the FBI on this post. I feel comfortable bringing up that my siblings see me as a sexual toy. So embarrassing that they're that gross. They're not powerful. They're terrorists. Ew, they're gross. They're disgusting. Ew, 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 ew. You can decapitate Sergio's Peña, the traffic me into poverty. You can decapitate their groupie that is the Venegas. Then she's like, as long as they have money, I'm like the hottest on Tinder. They're stupid. You can decapitate Berenice Venegas. Those girls think that one is gonna become their best friend to live through them and be like, so who did you date on Tinder today? And I didn't get to be on Tinder. They think they're powerful, they're terrorists. Ew, ew, ew. Well, my sibling asked Andrew took me out on a date today in Arlene's vehicle. And Arlene couldn't go out with him. Am I not a better woman than Arlene? Because Andrew gave me tit today. Andrew who I saw at an orgy once and isn't even memorable to me. Ew, they think about me and Andrew much more than I ever think about Andrew. I never think about Andrew. They're embarrassing. They're trying to attract. Basically, they're told every crush that I've had, move out of the way, trying to traffic me into finding someone from far away from my parents' circle. Or the town that I grew up in, trying to attract possibly someone in China that they haven't met yet. They're embarrassing. Ew. Y esos menoritos asquerosos, los hijos de Arlene Lorenzo, because they're sex addicts and they're porn addicts. See, they're like, who is it that they're gonna bring in today for me to rape to this orgy? Wow. They're embarrassing. They're so gross. Ew, 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 ew. I would have just died, but I'm considered to me. National page, you know. Who's been giving money?
Season's greetings. This is Jeff Hart, President and CEO of
What else?
holidays, joy, friends, loved ones, and family. Thank you for writing Ladies, Jeff Hart, Presidente y Rector de diseñamos fiestas de alegría, amigos, seres queridos, familia. Gracias por regalar el día.
Vargas that is trying to rape me. You're going to have to just say that Lorenzo is trying to rape me. You're going to have to Marisa Vargas that is trying to rape me. You're going to have to Marisa Lorenzo is trying to rape me. You're going to have to Benjamin Suarez and his sons. You're going to need us to win another winners and money big drug rape. Before raping, not people raping. They're trying to give priority to people that I did my father exploration with, as if I'm married to them, and as if I have a bad wife that needs to be drugged and service people. They're stupid. They don't understand what an OG is. They're embarrassing. They're embarrassing. They're so gross. Uno vago asqueroso. Full. I don't ever want that near me. What else? Basically, because I don't take them out on a date, they don't want to do things with people, and then they want me to find out about it. But I suck, man. They're stupid. That's why they steal my homes, they steal my views, and they steal my money, trying to get my attention. I'm like, I just killed it already. I don't want to talk to him. It's called respect. Not him stealing my money, so I talk to him. What else? I don't know. I could have done so much more in the past year. I did everything. My siblings steal my money, trying to pretend I can for about 44 years old. They're rapists, they're so gross. Ew. And then they have movies como la burgundy esa que no see like esa. Is that my name? She used to stay in my home without permission as a child to do a prostitute in a puerca. Ew, da un asco. Back then. You can decapitate me and we can start listening to stuff that rape me and steal my money that get in the way person. They're embarrassing, they're so gross, they would introduce to me any illegal prostitute that would pretend to be in my home. They're lazy and time wasters, wrong. He thinks that that's the way to get me to take it out on a date. He's not desperate, so gross. Ooh, qué asco. Ew. Él se cree que si yo veo lo que le hace a esta, si yo veo lo que le hace con esta, si yo veo lo que le hace con que yo me voy a enamorar de él. El tipo puto, él es un terrorista asqueroso. Es un normal, no es hombre. Se rodea de prostitutas ilegales. What else? I'm going to say alibis to me. It's 15 minutes. And a commercial patient at I ate that tonight. You can decapitate and then Malawi if he stays in my home without my permission. Steals my vehicle, gets in the way of me receiving money, steals my money, pays people illegally to prostitute themselves as me, drugs me on purpose, decades ago. What else? What else? What else? What else?
Hey, you ain't gotta stop.
I'm just so it's coming soon, I read. Oh, I can in my apartment. No, it's staying in my box with me. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? This board I see because that's how people publicly. You can decapitate that guy 18 years older than me, how many his son. Brother that raped me when I was 3, that raped me when I was a teen, that showed me pictures and videos of him, put it in females, and then tell me that could have been you if you had pursued me. They inflict pain, they're cruel, they're not men, they're stupid. They're just pretty. So people mistake them for men. They don't shower and dress and drive a vehicle, get to places. So people mistake them for men. They're worse than people in an adult daycare. What else? 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 And then Sarah Francis to kill herself today. For stealing my identity, for stealing my homes without my permission, for stealing my vehicles, for getting in the way of receiving money, for raping my favorite cousins. She's disgusting. She thinks that's what makes her a woman, depending on someone. She won't ever achieve woman status. Ew. Doesn't have any rules in life. Ew. Seriously?
Get there with care. Don't chase the bus. Llegue a donde tenga que ir con cuidado. No corro detrás del autobús.
It's the same one from the other bus.
From what?
The bus over there.
Universe.
The other one when you passed at the gym. Remember him?
Oh, yeah.
What? How? Visit to the dentist. Those people that are overall want me to visit my teeth for them to look better at me and true story, that's because they believe it's my things that he needs to kill me to be the better option for people. Some people would rather be celibate than be with the Bangladesh. They're disgusting. Did he think that I thought about him? Did he talk about it for decades before raping me? My dad warned him, get some goals for yourself. Live life. If you even get to rape her, she won't even remember that it's you. And I'm gonna be laughing if on social media she says about you, I just thought you were so disgusting. Ew. When I met him. Okay, that's not normal for one to survive financially. Even if one has a fun buddy. He steals from me, stays in my home without my permission, steals my vehicles, trying to be better than me. He's stupid. So he fakes being in relationships with people, my siblings,
Caution. Gas is moving. Precaución.
trying to get my vagina
Please
pictures.
exit through the rear door. Favor de
I don't
salir por
even
la
know
puerta
anyone
trasera.
else. They're trying to be like the worst case scenario in LA that has their privacy invaded, that people like paparazzi that stay in one's home without one's permission with a stalker. Oh, and then they go on. to make my privacy and get my vagina pictures or my pictures in lingerie. They're embarrassing. They're so gross. Ew. What else? 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 Anyways, I filed a police report against David Ledesma the other day. And I haven't even told my dad, and I won't ever tell him that David Ledesma raped me. You can decapitate John Vargas that fakes being in a relationship with David Ledesma just to see my vagina pictures. They're embarrassing. They're so they're stuck on that I'm a toddler and I need to be with them. And I don't have electricity in my apartment. It's my dad shopping out there. That's no fun. Let me see. What else?
Approaching no waiter's way.
I was allowed to take a class at San Antonio College. So I've never been able to complete a college degree because my money gets stolen from me because they want to pretend that I'm a toddler. And a toddler wouldn't go around with a college degree. They're embarrassing. They're so gross. My family origin isn't even Latino poor. They're faking something they aren't. Trying to use it as an excuse to rape people despite the people that are truly dumb. Fake things. They're like, they're those people. We aren't even that dumb. What else? What else? And usually that type of Latino poor abuse is very isolated incident, not something that goes on every day to a lot of people. What?
Wait, Mom, wait for me!
Thank you. What? What? I need a cleaning for my teeth. Stop. I haven't been to the dentist in 5 years. Andrew wants better teeth than me, so that when he's on Tinder or at a place. People are like, wow, qué belleza, niña, dientes podridos, I'm just gonna take Andrew's waters instead. They're stupid. Esos nenes me robaron mi dinero decades ago. And they get in the way of me receiving money. They terrorize my parents to not provide for me, to get ahead of me in dating and find the best that they can out there before me. Dan un asco, son unos cueros asquerosos, una basura. Yo quiero que él se mate hoy. Es tan puerco, tan asqueroso. That's not a man. A man doesn't stomp on someone to go on to have a sex life. He's stupid. He's stupid if he thought that he would have first dibs on my vagina with the attitude. Never. After that, he's so stupid. He's drugged me and raped me and then had other people rape me, and he thinks that I'm going to be attracted to him and call him. So literally decades ago, Andrew terrorized me, raped me, or drugged me, and said to me that he's going to kill me for me not letting him rape my children before my children were born. Es un bruto asqueroso, es un asco, una basura, lo peor que hay en este planeta. Ew. Se queda en mi casa sin mi permiso, me roba mi dinero, me roba mi vehículo. Se cree que yo le voy a hablar. Yo nunca le voy a hablar a él. Él es una basura. I'm tagging the FBI in this post because I'm asking the FBI to kill him immediately. I want him dead. The death penalty exists for a reason. He wants to die. When he behaves that dumb towards me, it means that he doesn't like his life and he wants to die. What else? He has no purpose in this planet ever. No goals. Goal-oriented people don't go on raping, murdering, stealing. What else? Él se enamora de la que le cocina algo, la que sabe manejar, la que sabe llegar al strip club after midnight. Full. Ew, es un asco, una basura, una asquerosidad. Un tipo tan puerco, basura. You can also declare Alberto Suarez, if that's his name. That Anthony Capizano basura on Facebook. Ese tipo es lo más basura asqueroso que hay en este planeta. Él se invitó a mi vida decades ago sin yo invitarlo a él. Una asquerosidad. Ew. He's raped me, he's kidnapped me, taking me to my own home with him, where he spends the time with other people pretending to be me, and then belittles me and says, "You don't know how to be a woman." Un tipo tan puerco, tan asqueroso, una basura, es una asquerosidad. Ew. I want Benjamin Suarez and his sons that rape me, that steal my money, that get in the way of me receiving money to kill themselves today. It's May 26, 2025. I'm laughing at the illegal prostitute from Boca Querosita that thinks that I'm gonna fight with her or wanna see, like, so where did he take you on my supposed anniversary with him? Did you all have sex? So he would have had sex with me. Ew, son unas puercas, son unos puercos asquerosos. You can decapite Melissa Gómez Rivera y las 25 primas que tienen que se quedan en mi casa sin mi permiso. Dan un asco. They do by referral. They're like, well, there's this guy who has a home and has vehicles and money, and his wife mistreats him. He steals my money so I can date him. And then he cries to people, he mistreats me. My wife mistreats me, guys. I'm so abusado. And they're like, well, he's de Puerto Rico. You can stay with him. Y es un puerco, se acuesta con cualquier basura. Ew. A ver, enseña. What else? So, ella le envía referrals. They're like, aquí está mi prima, aquí está mi primo, te puedes quedar con él. And they're like, I think I'm going to get por esto. Y entonces yo no vivo aquí. Me puse bastante. Y me regaló. Él me regaló las carteras de ella. Me regaló dinero. So basically, I was doing in my home. And because he's a sex addict and he's a porn addict. So disgusting. Doing that. And even if he did, I don't want him in my life ever. So lo más puerco asqueroso que hay en este planeta. My siblings think to get off sexually. They're animals, they don't sexually. Then I'm gonna go on and talk to them and be like, stop raping. Stop raping Andrew. Somebody can pick me up one day. So I can stay in my home. Come on, boys. Stop it. They're delusional. They acquire groupies. They're like, I can't wait to see how this turns out, guys. I'm into the next chat. I'm gonna see if Arlene shows up. And there's 5 other siblings. Give me Andrew back. Ew, 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 ew. Dame un asco. I said, they're attention seekers, trying to find people to rape and to create illegal porn with. So people are like, well, they're always whiny. They flew me into Puerto Rico. Ew, ew, ew. They're so gross. Let's get through funny today. What else? I missed dinner. I'm shooting Jennifer Money Vasquez and self-defense Sunday. What else? Esa es uno cuervo, una que no se queda en mi casa sin mi permiso. Me roba mi dinero. Se roba mis vehículos. They get to know I'll never save money. I'm finishing save on that note from there. Porque hopefully I'll be able to bring someone to have sex here with. What else? How about last night? What else I need to toss up? I'll be in my apartment tomorrow. Energy to do that today. What else? Those people that have dark hair make me think that they're powerful. They thought that I would discuss this privately. Ew, I'd rather discuss it publicly. A lot of those people share possibly videos of them having raped me. Sadly, making people think that we're in a relationship when we're not, and then people like say, yeah, but this video is like so old. Do you have anything new with her? And they're like desperate. They're like, oh no, fulana, que me regala dinero, como que se está dando cuenta que esto pasó hace tiempo y que Arlene no me habla. So I like literally need to lure in right now to rape her. What else? What else? Esa gente son unos puercos. You can decapitate Luis Lorenzo tried to rape me when I was 14. Entonces te calla la boca hablando de my toddler exploration years. Dan un asco. You can decapitate Ginny Luis Lorenzo Suárez, una basura. She's a sex addict, a rapist, murderer, and thief. She's 21. And then Albert Suárez was like some prize at the fair. She thinks she wants Leon Baker, who I have no interest in. What else? What else? They fake a relationship for him to take me hostage. He did so through Facebook and Message 2020. And then behind the scenes, he wants to tell me, pero Arlene, mira las citas que él me lleva y a ti te violó, mátate. La tipa una basura. Si fueran mujeres, no violarían. Ni María pasará hombres, I'm screaming online porque no sé on time. Have you ever seen this? Edgar Munoz Carrero not denying that he's possibly a victim of rape. They don't have to respond, but Jander Benjamin Lorenzo's son, not even David Edesma, shows up to Facebook to say, stop saying that I'm a rape victim. I knew that would happen. That's why I warned them decades ago. I'm like, don't rape me. I'm gonna expose you and that you're a rape victim. They're like, that expose it. I'm a rape victim. I'm like, no, don't rape. Ew. They don't have a mother that they can walk up to the police station, report, and that's it. Ew. Turning on the hotspot on my phone. They talk to me, I'm a toddler. Ew, esa tipa una puerca asquerosa. Ew, esa gente es una basura. Oh, la cuero esa aguanta, so ready for being my toddler exploration, la asquerosa esa que brinca con Ginny Tendaliri. Ew. There's no such thing as a send-off. When I'm already 40, almost 45. I was on Tinder in 2016 and Bumble. I've been on several days. And they think that, like, they just want to put it out there. Fool. I have no interest in having sex with them. Also, they put a feeler for, like, if you want to rape her and drug her and let me rape her. Oh, qué asco. Ew. That's why they stay on the internet and make their presence known. At this point, she says that we drug her and rape her. At least someone that she dates will drug her and rape her. Not necessarily. Ew, they're terrorists like that. Esas tipas son tan puercas, I don't even know their name. Ew. Esa Ginny Tendaliri es una puerca asquerosa. Well, her dad told her to kill herself when I was like 9 or 10. I suggest Ginny Tendaliri Lorenzo kills herself today. I don't know when, but I'm gonna kill Ginny Tendaliri Lorenzo in self-defense. I just don't know when. Who's gifting me money today? What else? This is I hate selection. Ew, they're so disgusting. They're down to oh, porque then they think that I won't date. Fool. They're like, how else are we gonna take her down from dating on Tinder, Bumble, by taking herself out? If not, by scaring her, then now by saying on the internet that we plan to rape her if they drug her wherever she gay. Ew. Ignorant to my knowledge, they didn't drug me ever. Ew, tan basura es Ginny Dendaliri que ya no sabe conseguir un hombre, una mujer on her own. That she needs to try to kill me today. Fo tan basura Marilyn Lorenzo Acevedo that she needs to try to kill me today. Ew. They want to take me out of the race of dating for them to be the only option for people. They're embarrassing. Ew, qué asco dan. Fuck. They're a disservice to the men and women that they rape. Ellas violan a esos nenes de Benjamín Suárez y le dice, Arlene, would have loved you and I rape you. Y tú te quedas conmigo porque yo te considero algo tan aparentado, asqueroso. Dan un asco. Ellos se violan mutuamente, la gente dice. They raped him in retaliation because he's like, dale, dale, cobraste, llévame a comer. Dale, dale, hazme algo de comer. Aprende a cocinar, carajo. Deja de estar dependiendo de tu madre que cocine. Aprende a cocinar para que me cocines algo a mí. Ew, ese tipo es un puerco afrentado. He thinks that he's entitled to people doing things for him. He doesn't understand what an orgy is, so he thinks that everyone that was around his penis during those orgies owes him a lifetime together. He's overwhelmed. How many people rape him? They're like, you want a lifetime? I'm gonna be raping you for the rest of your life for terrorizing me. He's a terrorist, so gross. Ew. Currently in English. Es de una pérdida de tiempo porque I'm not going to stop pursuing people today when I'm financially stable. I'm not going to let those people that I grew up around rape me just because I'm scared that they would have someone drug me and rape me again. Ew, they're dumb. Like, stop praising my vagina so much. These are relatives of my parents. They're disgusting. Damn, little girls. Ew, que gente tan poquita cosa asquerosa. Oh. Ew, they thought that I would fight over dick behind the scenes. They think that's the fun part. I witnessed a lot of it. Ellas se peleaban por Norberto decades ago while Jackie and him were divorcing. And they tried to claim the kids as their own and they aren't. They tried to steal Diana's kids. And they would fight over Ronaldo. Oh, so I purposely, I'm like, ew. When he said, like, where's the to rape him, ella le tiene un odio por cuero asquerosa que se roba mi dinero, mi casa, mi vehículo. And Edgar suggested to me decades ago that I need to stick to death penalty for her. Y ella se cree que yo le voy a ir a hablar a ella como si ella tuviera alguna importancia en la vida de Edgar. Ew. Esa tipa es una decata asquerosa. Is how people describe her. Ew. El papá la describe como si fuera alguien parado al frente del picnic, levantándose la falda, casi dándole el culo a la gente, diciéndole, tienes droga o te vendo droga. Ew. Jimmy and the ladies on esos Suarez is disgusting. They won that title. Oh, ew, they're embarrassing. What else? I want to shop H&M tomorrow. Who's gifting me money? I'm bored. I miss dating this morning. You can decapitate everyone that's caused dating and Kelani to be separated from me. It's May 26, 2020. Dating and Kelani have been separated from me since 2016. And almost 9 years. Already since almost 9 years. Since Michael Norman and Jorge Aviles raped me in 2016. I'm self-employed, so that caused stress onto me. So I went on to work to Nordstrom, and then there were like those asquerosidades, illegal prostitutes that pretend to be me. So Andrew Suarez and Anthony Capizano, esa asquerosidad, se creen que si yo veo a alguien that they tell me has had sex with them, that I'm gonna be like, oh no, I better take care of my husband and not let these asquerosidades be with him. He's picking who he wants to be with those grossness. Porque no, a man wouldn't seek illegal prostitutes. So what else? So I had to quit that job because I felt sexually harassed. My references, Berenice Venegas, Jamie Saquerosidad, Amanda Lee Herrera. What else? They're disgusting. Now I remember a few years later that they had planned to rape me with David Ledesma, thinking that I would be attracted to David Ledesma, and I was going, do you have friends that have sex? They went through with this hate crime towards me. They're disgusting. Ew. They want to see me die so that they can be on Tinder happy that there's not a woman out there. Possibly not the only one that they try to go. What else? What else? They're disgusting. You can decapitate Christy Martinez, a tipa una puerca. She worked in Nordstrom trying to rape me. For me. People told him decades ago before he turned 18 and 21, take some time to yourself, discover who you are. That makes you proud where you're not committing crimes. Instead era un parásito asquerosidad. He doesn't understand orgies. Thinks that because people were on the floor, did he get embarrassed like as he started to travel supposedly? Oh, él es un lechero asqueroso que se queda loco, and I imagine him being invited to orgy and people are like, no, he doesn't get to that level. No one invites him to such thing because he's not a man. Pero that should be embarrassing for him if he has been saying that he's a parásito because the orgy that he and I attended were on the floor. And people are like, that's customary for a lot of people to host it on the floor to accommodate more people. If it's an invite of sorts, some people host a party and then it turns into an orgy in a home. So he may have been surprised as he traveled that people don't consider themselves parásitos just for having been having sex on the floor. What else? 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 Oh, people would mock him about me. It's like alguien creemos que ya él diseñó la cama matrimonial para ti. Y en su cabeza. Mientras te viola, porque he doesn't make any effort to date you. And he's bullying you. To take him out on a date. What else? What else? I'm born. This is slow. In the meantime, his brother has money to date me, possibly to save my life, doesn't give me my money and says, but will she delete from there? Then now she got tweet overnight. They might manage some decades ago. They have zero interest in one, that's why I never pursue it. But I hate that he would talk about me to people as if he and I will become a thing. It has to be so embarrassing, so gross on his part. I miss Tina, I miss Kehlani. This is so good. Overnight oats with Jada and Kehlani. I had sliver almonds, almond butter, raspberries, dark chocolate chips are so good. What else? What else? What else? What else? People are letting me starve on purpose and letting Jada and Kehlani me to show to my family of origin that just like I think of myself, I'm just like a regular person. Point of this. They don't like who they are. Those people that I grew up around, they're like, I wish I was Arlene. It's like if Coca-Cola was saying, I wish I was Bud Light. of those people that I got wrong. Have a hate crime towards me, and they pretend in their heads that I'm, as in that time that I did toddler exploration and orgies. Not attached to my vagina there. They're disgusting. I've been crying of sexual harassment for decades already. And it's mostly everyone in my family of origin. So gross. Siblings terrorize my parents. You can decapitated. It's asqueroso. I've been saying that for decades already. Decades ago. Ew. Son una gente tan puerca. They think that because one doesn't have money, one needs to worship them. They're stupid. It's like that kind of asquerosidad. Sin mi permiso, posiblemente manejó mi vehículo. Sin mi permiso todavía, like ayer. Y él se cree que I'm gonna worship her because she has possibly dollars. Dan un asco, gente, dan un asco, son una basura, son una asquerosidad. They steal para que una les mendigue dinero. That's why they get mad at a GoFundMe campaign. They're like, why do you have to make it public that you're poor? And now my friends know that I steal from you. They're stupid. I'm gonna kill Carol Cristina, whatever her last name is, in self-defense one day. I just couldn't remember why that day. So in how I'm very thorough, I didn't kill her that day. So I'm asking the FBI kills Carol Cristina, whatever her last name is, Angela Traps, Katie Leon, Katie Rose Miller, Lindsay Fischler, Liz Nieves, if she's still alive, Sonia Alvarado Chapman. They're disgusting. They're embarrassing. They're so gross. What else? Yes, so now I'm heading over to the patio area near the entrance to charge my phone, possibly work on a puzzle. There's a tornado warning for San Antonio. I've gone away. San Antonio weather. Weather, right. Anyways, who's gifting me money today? You can decapitate Richie Hill that raped me in 2023. Let me guess. Say la mama Jennifer Bonilla thinking about me. That's the service that she provides where they're pretending to be me. And then he cries to people and says, oh, Arlene's money says she can't date me. And I'm with the ladies. These are low maintenance, they call them. Ew, they're like people that want to kill them for being pretty and they call them low maintenance. They're stupid. They're stupid. If he grew up to be like the rest, then he's stupid. If he's like, Edgar Munoz is una joya. For real, I looked out with him. And from Chamaquito, like before I realized that all of those boys would turn out to be drama. I'm like, I want babies with you. Edgar Munoz got it all. Not necessarily just with him. I plan to have more babies. People steal from me, trying to take me a toddler. Like for real. Like that I had to fight through to with how disgusting these people are staying in my homes without my permission, stealing my vehicles, stealing my money, and getting in the way of me receiving money. Aker said to me decades ago that if I can't provide for myself, Jaden Kilani, he'll provide for Jaden Kilani if I'm not living with him as a living girlfriend or wife. Pero that I need to seek the death penalty for those asquerosidades that steal my money. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. What else? What else? What else? I have chips, chocolate, and I got bread at Seven Market today. I won't starve today though. I don't have any money. Who's gifting me money? I need to clean my apartment tomorrow. Oh, I didn't get a banana. And I forgot. I just ate blueberries. I ate salad earlier. They're trying to give me cancer, trying to put me in a wheelchair because they think that would be funny. Then they would compare them and be like, yo tengo casi la edad de ella, yo sí todavía me vuelvo bien y esta silla de rueda, wow, never miss that. Cuando yo digo que dan asco, dan un asco, son una basura, una asquerosidad, dan asco full. They're the worst that this planet has. What else? What else? What else? They're stupid. They thought that la hermana, la prima, la sobrina was going to show up here to stand up for them. That's how stupid they are. People don't want drama, and I want to never cause drama. I'm classy as fuck. Like these Kambuck acquisition asquerosidad illegal prostitutes will sometimes bring a relative and say, insúltala, insúltala, and the relative will be like, no, like she knows how to kill in self-defense. Y ella está tranquilita. Sin insultarme. In fact, as soon as I got in my vehicle, she looked at me like, pretty dress. And her siblings don't do that. Her siblings look at one like, ugh, ahora el traje se le compró ahora mismo, se le dañó. What else? No, Arlene, I'm not gonna kill your siblings self-defense for you. ¿Qué se cree esta? ¿Quiere que uno haga el trabajo de ella por ella? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm so bored. I'm so bored. Anyways, this is so fun. Trying to see the weather. Oh, the tornado advisory is after 7. And it may not be for this part of San Antonio. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Yeah, they want to tell me, pero nena, si tú sabes cocinar, invita a una chica. They force relationships. So girls, they think that knowing how to cook is a requirement for one to date a man that one doesn't want to date. Ese tipo un afrentado. I won't ever show him my skills. He's just looking for someone to replace his mother after she dies. Decades ago, he said, I'm content having the sex with my dad and my mom and my brothers. I don't know why a lot of people like kill over wanting to be with me. I don't know why your parents try to create a relationship for you and me. What else? 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 I'm bored. What else? I'm bored. Who's gifting me money? You need electricity in my apartment. It's up. Ugh. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? They document. They're so gross. They're like, well, en el día del aniversario le hubiese comprado flor. Porque me compró flor a mí. Y yo dije, ay, qué linda. Y la tiré a la basura. What's that sickness that he has? Ew, like what kind of, not a man, not a man. Not a man hires illegal prostitutes and pretend that they're other people trying to terrorize everyone, like from the victim that he chooses to not date, from the people. That's why they're warned, like, don't entertain him. He's mocking you behind the scenes that you pretend to be Arlene. What else? 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 He thinks he's better than, and he's disgusted. Ugh. Es como un nene chiquito jugando videojuegos con gente adulta ya. Has no respect towards me, Jamie. Ew, 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 ew. ¿Y él se cree que I'm gonna take him out on a date? Está más que loco. Es un bruto. I don't allow disrespect towards myself. I don't allow disrespect towards Jaden. I don't allow disrespect towards Kehlani. What else? What else? Ese tipo es un puerco. You can decapitate me. How many slaughters and it's the sons that rape me. That steal my money, that get in the way of receiving money. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. They're embarrassing. They're so gross. They think that they own people. That's like Respect 101. They attended school where it was explained to them what the United Nations are, what respect is, what the FBI is, what the police is. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? That's the tornado watcher. What else? What else? What else? Um, want to shop at Target tomorrow. Please gifting me money. I want to shop at Nordstrom tomorrow. Please gifting me money. In the account Arlene Lorenzo is trying to piggyback on my fame, trying to put herself out there as desirable. For me, having possibly done my toddler exploration with her, that's another thing I don't remember. But my two male cousins during those years, people that I got feelings for, and like not enough to marry it. What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. I know. Good question. I'm about to head over to that area. That is a bench power outlet. Can I plug in my phone? I want to clean my apartment tomorrow. Anyways, what they're doing is, in retaliation for me not letting them rape me, they're taking pictures of the mess that for when I'm financially stable, if I post on I'm dating gente, Carlos de la María, del guabate, del aguacate, de la uva, de la salchicha que no canme la comida. What else? What else? What else? What else? And they'll take a screenshot and they'll be like, fuck me instead. Yo limpio mejor que Arlene, yo soy bien organizada, a mí nunca me ha faltado nada, yo nunca he pasado hambre así. They're embarrassing, they're so gross. Ew. They're stupid, those people that I grew up around. They're stupid. That's what they do with their time. They're worse than monkeys, I've heard. They're embarrassing, so gross. They think that to be happy, they need to take down a person. They're embarrassing. Ew. I don't ever want that near me. I suffered from amnesia, so that's why they were in my home. And I was out, like, figuring out, like, who are these asquerosidades illegal prostitutes again? So I can kill them, but I couldn't remember the exact situation of how I had met them years prior. I never think about them. What else? 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 I'm bored. What else? What else? What else? Are disgusting. So that I think about them like, oh no! Dating a prostitute Andrew hires and pays her to get her cola pretending to be me. I must find out his number to be with him instead and take that illegal prostitute out of his arms. They position people around one like, girl, it's time for you to date me. Ew. They're embarrassing. I don't ever, I'm like this weird looking person. I don't know who it is. Pero I don't go on like seeing people and thinking like, I better get back to that and pursue it. Otherwise, I'm going to miss out. Eso no es un hombre. I'm the person that is con un hombre for. I don't want it in my life. It wants to kill me because I know that if Jalen on me and he thinks that I'm gonna take him out on a date, he's embarrassing. He's so gross. Ew. A él cualquiera le da el culo. Literalmente. Y él, he may be getting away with raping people violently. Or not so much getting away with having people report him. That he steals from me and causes me to starve, to not have electricity, to not be able to clean my apartment, porque what he's after is just telling people. Él es peor que Arlene Lorenzo Suarez. He's just as bad. That's why I don't ask him out on a date. He's just as bad as Arlene Lorenzo Suarez, pretending that she's better than me when there's no competition. They're stupid. They're stupid. Ew, they're worse than little kids. What else? Anthony Chandalides thinks that I cry because he's not in my life. So she basically stalks me, still trying to find out who it is that I truly like for her to take away from me. Así de cuero asquerosa es. I que la desmintieran, pero they don't even show. A de mentirme, a decir like, that's not my money, es una cuero asquerosa, no. Ew, do they get mad at their kids? And they're like, but why are you defending me and telling her that I'm a good person? Usually those people like that I've heard, like Jimmy Gentile, que da un asco. You know, son madre. What they do is they try to put their kids in jail. So they're like, when she talks to you, just flirt with her and try to rape her. And the kid will be like, porque I witnessed some people going through the other kids ago, they tell the mom like, no, yo no quiero ir a la cárcel. And the mom laughs like, you're going to an age where you could date. And I don't want you to be there hotter than me. So they usually try to put kids like Jordan and Taishna in jail. That's why earlier I was saying that from a very young age, people gauge and say genes and is abusing them. There's people that act as mentors, like tu madre no vale nada. Literally. Like we could have killed her in self-defense before you were born. Pero please try to not be one of those kids that ends up in jail. Because that's where she's trying to lead you. What else? I'm bored. I'm tired. I want to hire someone to clean my apartment. What else? Oh no, so good. What else? You can decapitate Jordan Ramirez or Taishna Ramirez. If they say my home that don't permission, steal my money, get in the way of receiving money, or steal my vehicles. Or subscribe. They're like Maya era la que estaba diciendo, dale, no me le y mejor te lo dije. Me estás haciendo el episodio por estar haciéndole caso a tu madre. Es como tu madre, somos animales. De ahora en adelante tienes que aprender a valerte por tú mismo, por ti mismo. Porque eso es yendo al ir peor que un animal. Tratando de que tú vayas a la cárcel. What else? Oh, lovely. What else I wanted to... Is this the right view of the camera? I can't see. Oh, there's a lot of other. What else? I want to tan. Where is the camera? My face. Oh, it's directed towards me. So I'll do that again. Unless the screen. I'll take this game. I need swimsuits. I can tan. I'll skip to me money today. What else? What else? Anyways, don't forget that the goal is the Angela Jobs trousers. That's why I steal my money. So I can't have a swimsuit. Toda la asquerosidad de la mañana se la insulte. O el insultarla y decirle, pero Angela Jobs se recuerda que tú, Arlene. Or behind the scenes, he's got her through the gym so that she's skinny, thinking that I'm gonna mock her for being fat. Ew. Ellas se prestan esa basura, dan un asco. They're like, he's so dreamy. And on a red carpet, he and I will look so good. And Arlene's so Hollywood. I know no one really. What else? And I don't have any intention to ever meet anyone from LA. Oh, like not specifically. Ew. Anyways, I'm charging my phone. Just for fun. What else? I'm bored. What else? They want to tell me we went to the hottest parties with Andrew and you didn't. We skinny dip with her. Woo! And you didn't. He cried the whole time that he raped you and you got fat though. So I'm like his sex bot illegal prostitute therapist too. Y a veces le cocino algo porque he brings me ingredients and forces to cook for him so that he doesn't feel so gross about me. What else? Un hueco nunca la conoce romper. Oh, qué asco, Dios. Y yo tampoco literalmente porque le rompa a la mamá. What else? I'm bored. True story. True story. These people are so gross. They're like, well, she must turn 18 online for 18 years so we can rape her in our dreams. She's mine now. Esa cuero asquerosa Ana Lu Carrero. Estás a terrorist. Con eso no se puede hablar. Behind the scenes, if I even go on to show on my GoFundMe campaign, she'll try to rape me. And say like, ah, ahora te convertiste en mía, te voy a violar en mi sueño. Dan un asco, gente. They're terrorists. They're so gross. They're embarrassing. They're stupid. They're stupid. They're stupid. They're so gross. They're embarrassing. Ew. Ew, 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 ew. Who's gifting me money today? Because these people won't ever give me money. They won't stop stealing from me, apparently. They won't stop staying in my homes without my permission. They won't stop stealing my vehicles. They're embarrassing. They're so gross. For real, they're embarrassing. They've killed millions of people. Not understanding what LA is. It's like any other city. There's In-N-Out Burger there. The bully incident is very isolated if it ever happens. It happens in other places, sometimes in the nation, but in Mississippi, someone was abused. And I someone was abused. In-N-Out Burger, and then possibly standards in most places has to be like here people. No, you're living in this house, I'm living in this. And that just goes for morons. It's so yeah. ¿Cuántos años de perdición diríamos de su vida according to our website? Lorenzo.com 40 y pico. Oh. Wow, y ese Albert la pregunta con su esposa. Y esa tipa es una puerca, yo llevo violando más de 40 años. Pero solo así. And then you had a website saying I was my time during the tiempo. ¿Cuántos años ella lleva violando a Yandel? Violó a Irán Ramírez ese para que le diera hijo. About food. Con la fecha y todo. Con la fecha y todo. So that he doesn't go on thinking that I want to take him out on a date. Sometimes he doesn't think that I'm missing. Yeah. What is the difference between this and pound of fish?
Girl, the skin is on. Thanks.
I'm appalled if my siblings go on talking to people about me. Yo cerré esa etapa hace tiempo, possibly by kindergarten. Or a little bit after, I'm like, oh, I don't have siblings. They're terrorists, they're disgusting. Guys, like I said, I have siblings. And they pester people. Y la niña de casa, la más chiquita, la bebé de la casa, full. With that language, some people say, let me guess, she did toddler restoration around you and you can like get over it, that she has the right to ignore you. So you're like with that shit, la bebé de la casa. Porque no one else would be like, oh, the baby of the family, cuando ya es una mujer adulta, es una mujer, tú no. You can't take notes from your baby sister and grow the fuck up. And like be at the pool table. Hey, I don't have a swimsuit. Or money for food or electricity in my apartment. Or Jada Kehlani with me sustaining Jada and Kehlani. Que iba a ser Gina Lady enseñarme recibo, bank statements and be like, this is how I take care of my kids. Ella es una bruta con boca asquerosa. Que se cree que no me recuerdo que ella me robó mi dinero. O sea, ella se cree que tiene importancia en mi vida. Alguien que le ponga un tape en la boca hasta que la asfixie. Yo no sé ni quién es ella. I have no relationship with her whatsoever. She's disgusting. Ew, an embarrassment, so gross. A relative of my dad. Ew. That song in school, so disgusting. Ew, ew, ew. Ew, so gross. That I don't ever want near me. Y ella habla de mí a la gente como si me conociera. Ew. I don't talk about her to anyone. But the police, when I'm seeking the death penalty for her publicly. Ew, la tipa una puerca. Ellos se ríen de ella. Ella se cree, like, guys, I'm his best friend and I'm here. Hey, girl. Benjamin's sons. And a few other boys, some that I've never had sex with them, se ríen de ella. She shows up in group chats to them to talk about me. They're like, ew, she's obsessed with me. She's like, I'm her best friend. And no, she isn't. Cuando se va a ir. Cuando no dejan de volver regreso. What else? 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 I'm bored. I need a vehicle. ASAP. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Anyways, because they have taken from me, so the sons that make me just get my money and I know you're seeing money. Just like when Central Market was open in 1994, and I wanted Benjamin's sons that raped me. That's still for me to kill themselves. Just like that, today, May 26, 2025, I want Benjamin's sons that raped me. That's the only money to kill themselves today. What else? What else? What else? What else? My siblings think that I'm gonna cry to them over that day. Ew, esa gente de un asco. They're so delusional. They are embarrassing. They're so disgusting. These are people that have been adult age for decades already. Ew, 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 ew. They're an embarrassment. They're so gross. Ew. I'm gonna watch TV today. Let's go to TV. What else? 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 I'm bored. Zombie. I may not be going today to take a break to go to the What? If they gaslight people, Jada and Kaylani, they're terrorists. Those people that I grew up around, they're disgusting. They're not my relatives. They're trying to rape me. They're trying to put me on a wheelchair, trying to bathe me, trying to rape me. They're trying to get me to move back into my parents' home, trying to rape me. They're embarrassing. They're very aggressive. They're so gross. They think that whatever they say that needs to be done is what they say. They're embarrassing. Ew. Dan un asco, son una asquerosidad. Una gente tan puerca. Qué asquerosidad si quieren hacer parte de mi vida. Y yo no quiero nunca que sean parte de mi vida. They're embarrassing. They're embarrassing. Ew, ew, ew. If we're talking to people around me, it's like, I don't know them. I don't want to get to know them ever. Ew. Ew, ew. They live obsessed with people. Ew, ew, ew. They're embarrassing. Full, they pin people. They're always like talking about a person because they're porn addicts. It's so disgusting. You read body language like that on purpose, but sometimes or you move yourself from the situation. But some people get like so disgusted at my siblings, like, yeah, they're talking about you, and like I can see in their movements, like what they're trying to do you when they rape you. They're disgusting. They're like, Arlene, you need to kill them already. In self-defense, I'm like, I'm busy. The FBI can't kill them for real. Like, it's a lot of people already. It's a lot of people already that I need to kill in self-defense. What else? 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 I can't see Charlie planning me people I do. What else? So dedicated to the current Interpol leader, to the current FBI leader, in hopes that listen to my plea and kill the people that steal from me. They make me stupid. Because like myself, I walk up to them like, you're so laughable. Like, for real. I worked up to those people that I need to kill sometimes and just laugh at them internally. Very much ladylike, I make no noise, but internally I'm like laughing at them. Like, wow, you're so pathetic. You right now, you possibly slept in my home without my permission last night, possibly drove my vehicle here. that you steal from me. Possibly you have money that belongs to me in your purse or wallet. Possibly you're here with someone trying to get in the way of me receiving money. You're so pathetic that I just want you to be alive so that you go to places. Porque have you ever seen Arlene Lorenzo enter a room sometimes? She's like, who out here doing an illegal prostitute, rapist, murderer, kidnapper, and they get anxious. They're embarrassing. You need to let this do. She's disgusting. Ew, señora, mire, Lorenzo es una puerca asquerosa. Those aren't women, they're embarrassing. They're so gross. You can decapitate señora, mire, Lorenzo. You can decapitate Madeline Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Gio Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate David Lorenzo Suarez. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez Lorenzo's sons that rape me, that steal my money, that get in the way of me receiving money. They steal my homes, they steal my vehicles, give me priority. So any atrocidad que le mame el pene, they can't do that. They're stupid, eso tiene una enfermedad asquerosa. Ew. Tipo un asco. People call him that, asco, en Aguada, Puerto Rico. What else? When do I stop talking about them? Do I stop posting about them? Have I said everything that I need to say to the FBI? Very much possibly through Facebook. What else? What else? I'm bored. What else? What else? I'm bored. You can give me money in person through PayPal. S.A.R. Blue Sky Design School, lo que estoy pensando, straight to my heart. Arlene Lorenzo Art Shop, INTAYIAFAY, Tire Shop. My GoFundMe campaign is gofundme.com/f/Arlene-Lorenzo. Are they outraged? They're like, como que ya contactó al FBI and she did sex with us once. They want to force one to have a relationship with them. They're embarrassing. They're so gross. Ew. What else? Who's gifting me money? You can decapitate Marilis Gonzalez Soto. You can decapitate Yaritza Lorenzo. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez sons that rape me, that steal my money, that get in the way of me receive money. They've drugged me before and had people rape me. You can decapitate those people if they rape me on purpose. What else? I'm no longer speech impaired. What else? What else? I have only a few people in my family who are as a chica adulthood that is in a sex addict, rapist, murderer, thief, or porn addict. They try to turn me on, they're disgusting. They don't know how to gauge intelligence. They're stupid. Bill Wolseley told them decades ago, you're trying to turn into caring about you, forcing her, trying to. And with that demeanor, she's never going to see what it is that you do with what you it's because I was quiet. They think that I need to speak for me to sound intelligent, because they think they charge for words that they say. So they think that I need to be like, Bill Willsey's right, guys. I'm never showing up. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm appalled that they went with the hate crime towards me. You get the candidate Ramiro Gonzalez that tried to force me into a job that I don't want, trying to break me. You get the candidate Sarah. Tipa es una puerca asquerosa y es una basura. She stays in my homes without my permission, steals my vehicles, gets in the way of me receiving money. You can decapitate Berluigi, you can decapitate Evelyn de Jesus, you can decapitate Katie Leon, you can decapitate Benjamin Suarez Lorenzo's sons that rape me, that steal my money, that get in the way of me receiving money. They're disgusting. In the meantime, when I'm financially stable, I plan to look up on Tinder, Bumble, and taking myself out so I can date people. I don't have to disclose who it is that I've been on a date with ever to anyone. I'm my own person, and I'm an adult. Mostly everyone that I grew up around wants to know who it is that I've been on a date for them to rape them. That's how it is in there. There's just, yeah. You can decapitate Lisandra Acevedo Galicia, Santos Fuerza. Se queda en mi casa sin mi permiso, da un asco, se roban mis vehículos. I had at least 4 BMWs by 1999 that I didn't drive, and all those asquerosidades. Jove, la Verónica esa, más cuero asquerosa, Michael López, un pendejo, cuero asqueroso. Gustavo Cáceres, una basura, Ezio Rivera es una asquerosidad. Elizabeth Muñoz, una puerca. Carolina Chávez, una puta asquerosa. I think that because I'm a mother, I wouldn't use those words to describe how stupid they are. They don't know how to gauge intelligence. What else? You can decapitate la Lisandra esa, your mom's a teacher. La gente tan pueda, la Zuli, esa basura que no está. Ahí salió Acevedo una puera. Yesenia Acevedo González. Emín González Acevedo. Qué basura, asquerosidad que se arrastra por pelo, imagina. Una cosa tan asquerosa, gente. Son unas cueros asquerosas. Se quedan en mi casa sin mi permiso, me roban mi vehículo, se roban mi dinero. They get in the way of me receiving money, trying to rape me, trying to be better than me. Ew. You can decapitate Wilmer, Luis Acevedo. What else? La esposa, que es una basura, asquerosidad. What's her name again? I forgot about it. I'm rape babies, no? So those like, so I just said yeah, the puppy. Maybe she has babies, but she hasn't. So I don't know their names and call them rape babies. What else? What else? No asco, gente, no asco. Mostly everyone that I grew up around is disgusting. You can decapitate Dorivi Suárez, que es una cuero asquerosa. Yung nagkakita ng mga sa tiba ako. Yung nagkakita I mean, sorry, sons that rape me and steal my money, they're gonna know where save money. They're disgusting, they're not men. They're embarrassing, I don't want that near me ever. What else? 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 Amor. You're gonna cover the sunset Hardwick, you're gonna cover the Panda Martins, pero you're gonna cover the Adele Jones, esa tipo de abajo de la vomitar. You're gonna cover the Newport Norton, you're gonna cover the la linda esa que usa también, que se quedó en mi casa sin mi permiso. What else? 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 You can decapitate Erica Garner, you can decapitate. Don't know, bracelet, don't last. What else? What else? You can decapitate Nikki Brand Savvy. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? What else? You can decapitate Alexis McQuirk. You can decapitate. What's her name? Janet. You can decapitate Setters. You can decapitate. Who else? Francis, I don't know her last name. You can decapitate Patricia Mercado. You can decapitate Erin Mora. You can decapitate Rachel Macias. Esa gente da una basura. Una asquerosidad. This car looks so pretty right now. I shall make a series and finish this table. If I'm still living here, of taking a picture from this angle and seeing what she even has. Something that I'll enjoy doing. What else? Anyways, this for today. I'll be right back.
Oh.
You can decapitate your soul like rape me when I was 15 and possibly rape me when I was in theirs another way. What else? What else? What else? I'm so glad that you're to my knowledge never drug me. What else? I see quality. I see quality. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm more. What else? I'm sensitive. Let's get to it. What else? What else? What else? What else? We can decapitate on those categories. We can decapitate how many sort of sense and rate me and steal my money and steal my dignity. You can decapitate Jimmy Jandali, Resonance Suarez, that along with Benjamin Suarez, and possibly then play that she owns. That right now I'm doing what she ordered me to do. When I'm not. That's why they try to lure one in. They're like, well, you want people to give you money, why don't you head over here and do this and do that and do that. They don't like one, and then they seek conversation with one. She's disgusting. I'm like, I need to talk to your parents. And she's like, it's my mom. I'm like, what for? You're like a menorita asquerosa. I wouldn't talk to a baby about my problem. Why would I talk to her? She seriously needs to be un manicomio. Fuck. Es una puerca asquerosa. She tried to lure me in, trying to get me to kill myself. People are watching to her like, she needs to be in un manicomio. Es una puerca, se quedó en mi casa. Sin mi permiso. Se roba mi vehículo, se roba mi dinero. She doesn't know I'm here to see my money. I don't even know her. Yeah, I don't have intention to get to know her. Ever. Ew. She has an unhealthy obsession with me. And I don't even know her. She was a straggler. That was around my parents decades ago when I was like a little kid. Her parents were. She would be around. And when given the opportunity, she was like, it's my favorite one. Ew. Es una puerca asquerosa. So Benjamin Suarez Lorenzo's son, because they're sex addicts and they're porn addicts. They take offense that I call her a struggler when she was struggling. So they steal my money and they get in the way of me receiving money. They steal my home, they steal my vehicle to call me a homeless bum. They're like, there you have a struggler. Like, no, I'm a victim of stuff. That's different. And I reported him publicly live porque he's a piece of shit que no vale nada. If he were someone I could protect a little bit his identity. I'm like, thank you, Yolanda Suarez. For the pictures, I didn't even want to get them. Decades ago, like if I had over to Corazon de Sandra until decades ago. That they're possibly there. I know that a social media account, probably at least one of them with pictures of them with their names or maybe not. Ew, 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 ew. Ew, 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 ew. I'm bored. So in 2024, I was kicked out of the homeless shelter for reporting on campus. They don't like that because I'm a victim of a law to protect the privacy of myself. They're like, you need to delete the videos before you come back. So I headed to Corazon Day Center because I don't have money for food. And they were there stalking me, so there was some or coincidence or like. Anyways, so I got their social media that Matt Martinez 2018, and then I remember that Angelica Pisano Garcia was following me on Instagram. So I looked him up on Facebook. So for all of these past years, people are like, yo le estoy robando las cosas a mi hermana. Do they stalk his social media? Like, when is they gonna have pictures of him with Arlene there? Never. Ew, ese tipo un puerco, he kills for reruns. Es una basura, una asquerosidad. He steals my vehicle, de que le mando el pedido. Ew. You can decapitate Lawrence's mother. You can decapitate Julie Harvard. You can decapitate Julie Harvard's mother. You can decapitate Jahaira Gallosa. La Joyce Gallosa esa, Zuleika Rivera. Who else? María Angelia Lorenzo. Son una puerca, una basura. What? Solo. Algo. Es que tiene what else? What else? Que en Teresa, Galicia, se quedó una puerca, se quedan me roban mi dinero, se roban mi vehículo. She gets in the way we receiving money. They kill for taking vagina. They're embarrassing. Kill. Why is this not charging 5%? Anyway, I'm pausing. I'll be right back. I've been sitting. Time to do that. Often while I live here. To take pictures. You can get me in person through PayPal. It's Blue Sky. Blue Sky is a stupid sun. Go straight to my heart. Arlene Lorenzo art. Shop I did DIY. I did everyone. You can decapitate everyone that has drugged me and or raped me. They're trying to get me to kill myself. They're so gross. It's mostly everyone in my family abortion. They're embarrassing. They're after my generational wealth that I don't have access to. Anyways, Andrew Kester, people to change the name of Lush Tuesdays, sir. Thinking that I wouldn't file rape. court towards David Ledesma. He thinks that I'm gonna take him out on a date. And you just do it. You don't even want to know how much. Wow. You're very rich in your head. Thank you. You don't even ask. How much would you pay me for killing him? What else? What else? You can take David Ledesma that raped me in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez and his sons that raped me and steal my money. They didn't really ever receive money. They steal my homes, they steal my vehicles, trying to pretend that I'm a toddler. Because that's the last time that they saw me on an orgy. So they drugged me, they raped me, trying to force me to feel what I felt during one of those orgies, and trying to get me to take it out on a date while it bullies me, while it destroys my health, while it hires illegal prostitutes and then introduces them to me. Like el tipo un bruto, una asquerosidad. That doesn't scream desperation to me. That screams a very unhealthy person. What else? Which is why I never seek him. When I'm financially stable and plan to travel the planet and meet people ideally for me. I'm excited about it. What else? I'm bored. I just have an international legal organization on my Facebook account. Like, what are my salary expectations as a mercenary? For someone that is pro-life, it's like one of those people that excessively violate the law. It's like in my head, so he's killing, not shedding no one's seeds here, not carrying out proper burial. What else? It is because every time that I speak up, I achieve closeness to world peace. So my salary expectations and the amount of people that I need to kill is like in the hundreds already in self-defense. And then there's people that have waiting lists. They're like my classmates from school. So, like for example, Joey Munoz Carrera was like all the grade 400 people that you have to kill in self-defense for you. I would get you out of my class. What is that you need to do for me? And how can you through the court that I can kill you in self-defense, but you do the What else? What else? So I'm taking the death penalty for the class of 1998 that I got stolen. Dr. Carlo Gonzalez, 97, 96, 95, 94, 93, 92, 91, 98, 09, 2000, 2001. You get the point. There's thousands of people in our world, Puerto Rico, that need to be killed in self-defense for people like myself that don't mess with anyone. What else? In my case, they steal from me, they save my homes without my permission, they steal my vehicles, they get annoyed and they're stealing money. I don't know if any of them have raped me while Andrew or gender drugged me. Pero some of them possibly. What else? I'm seeing the penalty for that. I love it. I'm seeing the penalty for the Baker has immunity for him to semi-starve me so that I talk and I report everyone. That steals from me my knowledge of how much abuse I've been put through. Otherwise, it'd be like I'm like a shopping room. They learned that there is a tornado warning. If they didn't go there with me, while keeping myself safe. What? What? So the irony of it all is that those people steal from me. They're like, we don't want to see you shopping and happy. So I'm like, I'm this bored. Publicly seeing that. I don't care for you. Let's get to see that. Okay, you take them pictures. You look so good. With my crushes that you rate. They're just us. Done. Ew. They think that they know me. They talk about me as if they know me. Those people are embarrassing. Ew. Starting with my siblings, they don't know me. Ew. And I don't want them to get to know me ever. My dad and my mom, that is said to them that I have the influence to achieve world peace. So those buckets illegal asquerosidad, that's the problem with my crushes being so dumb and all that. Because they're like, well, I'm just gonna pay them to pretend to be Arlene, so they think that once I'm close to world peace, they can kill me and then I achieve world peace. They're that delusional. They're that stupid. They're using that advertise. Ay, when those leases asquerosidad they turn 18, he's like, you were right. I usually don't process instead of dating you, thinking that because they give me their attention, which is rape and kidnapping him, that when they would turn 18, they would turn into women, and they're so disgusting. Ew. So he said back then now he focuses on their thigh gap alone to just have sex with them. That doesn't entice me to ask him out. And that's not why he's seeking me. Otherwise, he would have asked me out. What they feel for me is flattering. They don't know how to tolerate it. They're person. Okay, una vez so ella, un día, yo me voy a enamorar de alguien, alguien se va a enamorar de me far away, y ella me va a aceptar, and I'm gonna love you more than her. Okay, I met you first. It's like a conditional. Being you on a regular person. And he's like, wow. So one day we're gonna meet people and they're gonna reciprocate. And I'm gonna have you to thank for treating me respectfully. Full. So they're possibly not even attracted to me. And they wanna take me hostage. They don't wanna say thank you either. So they tried to kill me for. Ew. What else? What else? Anyways, my phone right now is charged. What? I want coffee. What else? When I'm financially stable, I'm visiting that Guadalupe church tomorrow. And pictures. So either tomorrow or the next day. I plan to clean my apartment. I need to hire someone to clean it, deep clean it. I will cook for myself. You can decapitate my siblings that steal my money, get in the way of receiving money, Did they really think that they were gonna get an invite into my apartment for them to be like, "I'll cook and post my recipes on the internet to entice people to try to give people the impression that she and I are fucking or you and I are fucking." They're so desperate. They reek of desperation. So gross. So embarrassing. Ew, these are people of adult age. Oh my dad, like, is so mad at them. What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I have no goals in life. What else? What else? I'm bored. Um, what else? What else? What else? Anyways, they invite those people into a party where no one takes off their clothes on. And they retaliate. They're so gross. They Ledesma es una basura, Sarah Francis es una basura, Delita Martinez es una basura. Benjamin Suarez is the sons that raped me and stealing my money. Our girls are una basura. Decades ago, my parents hosted them so wrong. For me to meet people. Ew, ew, ew. And the guest room mats are like, when do we get naked? Like, I wouldn't invite it for more unless I am sure that I would want to have sex. What? Any answers? Ew. They don't know how to do social. Ew. They're embarrassing themselves. Yeah. I'm bored. I'm tired too. When I'm financially stable, I plan to travel, plan and meet people, ideally polyamorous. I'm excited about that. I just wish all the Asian men tomorrow. And when I'm financially stable, I'm gonna stitch it on my virtual doodles. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. Ahora ir a los. Yo que le cambié el alcohol a esa gente famosa. Behind the scenes, for most likely. She wants me to not be able to do her to the shine. People like that. What else? I didn't kill her that day. fight with her because I'm like, there's more to this story based on what I read. So when I was younger, so I'm not exactly sure what it is. I wouldn't. What else? 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 I'm born. And they can't see that one to brag about raping my crushes. My crushes are even men, not worth pursuing. I don't even know my siblings. My siblings never get to know me. They're disgusting. They're like, oh, she's like a baby. Oh, I'm not. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Anyway, so what are my salary? How's good today? What else? A lot of people praise me with dollars, a currency, until you know me when they're like, oh, what are doing? They stitching. And 500 people literally that pester me all day. They're like, where's stitching? We don't know why. So and so put his guns away, put the drugs away, said, this is my new drug. For a while, guys, you can sell this and get a lot of money like this. Sounds, I'm already at Target. Don't ask me why or how. Building this is like all over it. They're like, want it. Those paintings that you have from like 3 years ago that you were showcasing on the side of the street. We want it for a print. And all of a sudden, all the people that pestered that person are now rehabilitated. What else? Because they're like, how is it that she ignores all the abusive people in her family of origin? So a lot of the stress that a lot of people have in other parts of the planet is that my family of origin is very abusive. They are so dumb. They use stereotypes to try to rape people so gross. Yeah. So those people get stressed and they're like, well, we don't want people talking about us like that. We don't want to be hurt by her family of origin. They're embarrassing themselves. Y que te capte Yolanda para Lorenzo esa tipa bruta. She stays in my home without my permission, steals my vehicles, gets in the way of me receiving money, steals my money. Es una bruta, una what else? What else? What else? I found a reason. They did the over of Charlie didn't kill me like 5 years ago. Those people that I grew up around years, they're wishful thinkers. And the wish is invalid in court or in the planet. They're like, oh, hopefully, like when she goes, that I am a legal prostitute. Aparecen cinco mil clientes diciendo, yeah, but she's the best illegal prostitute out there. Unlike you, that you don't have sex. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? My family origins, for the most part, favorite word is drama. What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. I hope they hear. Una puerta que no sabe, se queda en mi casa sin mi permiso, me roba mi dinero, steals my vehicles, gets in the way of me receiving money, esa tipa puerca, asquerosa. You can decapitate Carolina Chávez, you can decapitate Patricia Mercado, y las 27 primas que quizás tiene que se quedan en mi casa sin mi permiso. Y los primos también, they're like, we know this guy, that his wife nunca está en la casa porque la viola y le robó el dinero. Y después llora, ay, esposa, me maltrata. Y tiene casa con piscina y todo, tiene carro nuevo, tiene dinero, avión privado, yate. It's like the whole package, él te paga, te lleva al shopping si quieres, te lleva de viaje. Es como quedarse en Ritz Carlton y también te regalan la mochila llena de ropa y diamantes, lo que tú quieras, lo que tú quieras. Si quieres me salvé, te lleva me salvé. Si quieres Gucci, te lleva Gucci. So they do by referral porque you're a sex addict, you're a porn addict. It's disgusting. So allá va Patricia Mercado y el primo, la prima, y la prima y el primo de Carol, que cocina, que I'm gonna kill self-defense one day. Y se quedan en mi casa sin mi permiso, me roban mi vehículo, me roban mi dinero, me roban mi pertenencia. And they get in the way of me receiving money porque entonces se me acaba el visito. Or they get exposed. O si yo tengo casa propia, entonces yo el mercadito no voy a usar porque ella no me va a llevar allí. Ni me va a meter el dedo como hace Andrew. They're disgusting. They sell their daughters. Oh, Ana Idia, Nayeli, la otra. Disgusting like her mom or not. I mean, they're just great babies. What else? 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 I'm bored. I am bored. What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate Mariana Daza. You can decapitate they don't like to do studios. Who else? Who else? Stays in my homes with all my permission, steals my vehicles, gets in the way we receive money, and steals my money. What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate Yadira Chaparro, o sea, que es una puerca asquerosa, follan, matan por pena, ellas no viajan, se esclavizan en un sitio, trabajan, dan un asco. And then they're like, this is the only Mexican that I've met, no me lo digas. Internally or like en la cara, cuando actúan así, I'm like, pero qué tipa tan puerca, qué asco. Ew. Ew, 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 they're an embarrassment. They're so gross, they need to keep like at least one activity that is working even though they don't like it because they're sex addicts and they're porn addicts. So they force themselves to work just to try to look good in front of a court or the FBI as in, I'm being productive, okay, I work. What else? What else? What else? What else? They're embarrassing. They're so gross. I hate people that work and don't work for fun. They don't look good to me. That's why I say the death penalty for them. You can decapitate a Luis Sanabria, esa tipa una puerca asquerosa. What else? What else? You can decapitate Wanda Lorenzo. You can decapitate Isaiah. Ew. Esa gente son una asquerosidad. Y que decapité Brenda Vargas y las dos hermanas que entre la madre también. Es gente puerca asquerosa que se queda en mi casa sin mi permiso, me roba mi dinero, me roba mi vehículo. Y son una gente tan puerca. There's at least 1,000 people on Guadalupe that death penalty worthy. They're so gross. And they possibly rape children that are just as disgusting. And they're wishing yes that tiene rape babies. Ese le canta tan lindo. Did you hear the voice? Sometimes they do that. They're like, this kid has potential. Don't go on hating on them. They see themselves as real people, not rape babies. Or they do it por la fama, a ver quién conoce. Para violar. What else? 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 The stage parent. Dan un asco. Y luego llegar a ver un asco. You can decapite Oscar Crespo. You can decapite what's his name? Gonzalez. You can decapitate. What is it? El agrónomo. There's like 2 or 3 of them. Que dan un asco también. Uno vive en Florida, los dos. Se graduaron like a year before I de la escuela de Carlos González. Giancarlo Vega, ese may have rehabilitated himself, but I'm like, I'm gonna kill you one day if you keep fucking up and talking to people and disrespecting females in particular. If it's not with these bare hands, it's gonna be with the death penalty, and they will report it if they don't already. What else? 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 My parents sent me to school so I would kill people in self-defense, and I'm like, I already learned about Africa today. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? What else? There's who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who's gifted? I miss Jada. I miss Jada. What? And 4 BMWs by the time they're 19 and 99, 1999, then there's one. You can decapitate Jennifer Mari Vasquez, you can decapitate Sega and Chavez. Qué gente tan puerca asquerosa. You can decapitate Gloria Margarita Retana, you can decapitate Austin Nicole Nazario, you can decapitate Anthony Sagan. I'm bored, you can decapitate, what's his name? Anthony Nazario, se está haciendo el parapléjico to not go to jail and other stuff. What else? What else? What else? My lord. When I'm financially stable, I'm going to travel with my people to the. I'm excited about that. What else? So when you pay attention to architectural movements, it's not just around this space. There's like I get marked all the time. It's like you wanted it to be perfect. You needed to be concrete. But what is that? What is that plastic you doing? Like that's the best that they can do. Oh no, right? It isn't concrete. It's like plasticky. Anyways, it's meant to be a soft frame for you to look out of bed. And you see the clouds change. No, I hate the neighbors in the blue house. Because their house like looks like in this place looks so drab with this thing. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm missing it. What else? People. I'm going to stay in San for a while. There's a lot that I want to see here. And it's around and it's really good. Shopping. Well, so, like me, have you been laughing at those people? I never think about them. How many times do they bring me up in conversation behind the scenes? What's up, dude? What else? Anyways, mostly everyone that I grew up around doesn't know how to age. They're stupid. And anyways, I need money so I can visit a dentist. And check my teeth. You have a cavity in your teeth. You can accommodate everyone that steals from me, everyone that stays in my house without my permission. Everyone that steals my money, they literally speak to like, oh, she has an abscess. And it gets infected and she dies from it. She has a heart attack. What? They still behave like that? To try to date a person. They're stupid. They're so gross. They've been raping for decades already. they're embarrassing. They think that for them to be available to someone because they're murderers, thieves and rapists, that they need to make the pretty girl look ugly. They're embarrassing. They're so gross. Mostly everyone. My homework and this the warning is gone. Or is it still there? Thunder, I can't tell. What else I use on internet? You think how they run the steals with money? So I have internet. What else? What else? What else? What else? Anyways, let's continue. You can decapitate. Rosa. Se quedó en mi casa sin mi permiso, me robó mi dinero, me robó mis vehículos. I had at least 4 years by the time that I continued to drive any of them porque Andrew Albert, Kerosida, Anthony Capuzano, had them busy with anyone that would suck their dick. They're like, here, take our goods, take person. They're so embarrassing, they're so gross, they don't know how to do gifts. What else? What? What else? Oh, until Monday, 10 p.m. What else? What else? I'm bored. What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I missed you. You can decapitate everyone that is lying that I'm a toddler. They're embarrassing, those people that are going around. Ew. That they want credit for my toddler exploration. That's like a badge of honor that they're sexy when they aren't. That's not what makes them sexy. They're embarrassing. They're so gross. Ew, they're like the most disgusting people on the planet ever. Most everyone. They're disgusting. Do they cry when people get a Grammy? Un premio a lo nuestro. That's what they sound like. They're embarrassing. Ew, ya se lo habían dicho decades ago to not make a fool. Porque there's people that say, I don't have a reason to kill you in self-defense, but if I even see you begging for attention on the internet over Arlene's toleration, entonces sí, yo te mato. What else? What else? Dan un asco. Full. Do they confirm? And they're like, yeah, they ignore possibly what I time that we haven't killed them in self-defense and we haven't seen it or anybody to live. So they possibly ignore that. They're like, por fin mío en Facebook, en YouTube, de que yo se la mamé posiblemente. Ew. What they're trying to see. What I realized earlier is that when I go out on a date, if that person, as if everyone's on Facebook and YouTube, that's how dumb they are. I could totally meet a random. I know nothing about people. On Tinder, just at the library, just already. And that person won't know that I did toddler exploration. They want an ad out there for like, for if you like Arlene, maybe you'll like me. With Arlene, ideally. They don't understand that one doesn't have attraction to them. And that doesn't change. Not even with the right man, not even with the right woman. There's some people that want just rejects. Plain rejects. They embarrass themselves. They embarrass themselves. They are embarrassing themselves. Ew. They still don't understand what an orphan is. They don't understand capitalism. They don't understand Chick-fil-A. I know that they saw me. According to the website, they don't understand IHOP either. They don't understand Sama. They don't understand Met. They don't understand El Aeropuerto Internacional. Luis Muñoz Marin, they want to change the name to their own name, and then they're like, ahora somos puertas. They're that embarrassing. They're embarrassing. They don't understand Aeropuerto Internacional. Rafael Hernandez either. And they go on gaslighting people and say that I'm Latino poor and that I need to suffer. Como si en Guadalupe me salvé, la muchacha, J. Mal, Madame Louise, a Gloria. Como si Manuel no hubiera un baby. Como si los autos no hubiera nada. Como si no hubiera carro público para llegar al mall. Cositas médicas porque a veces se necesita. Ir a básicamente there's wellness checkups for pregnant people, for kids. What else? What else? We're getting those vegetables or también como si el Hilton no estuviera allí. Or Ritz Cards or the Lakes of Ayla or Martin Park or Miss Home Sandwiches or something. That was exciting stuff. What else? Or what else? What else? What else? Or Lexus, or Mercedes Benz, or puede tocar encontrar un carro de otro lado, como si no hubiera ports for Disney like to stop there occasionally. Ahora the Ritz Carlton ya. ¿Qué más hay en Puerto Rico? A la playa, a un chinchorro, gente que vende pincho, popcorn. There's a farmer's market. There's everyone and their mother that from home. They will sell you something that's legit and of good quality too. What else? What else? What else? And they want to try to portray me as Latina poor. And I have fun sharing that website discover Puerto Rico. What else? What else? What else? To be those people that I grew up around are cookies and they're there, in the past years under the poverty level. I've shopped at Target, Gap, already. Best Buy, Walmart, Target. Did I already say that? Trader Joe's, Central Market, H-E-B, Whole Foods, CVS, Walgreens. I've eaten at South Flores Pizza. I've eaten at where else? Maryland, Panera, Stoneworks, Grimaldi's, the Corner Bakery, Starbucks several locations, Cheesecake Factory. What else? 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 I attended a Cirque du Soleil show. It's very much fascinating. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What was that HEB? McDonald's twice. Arlene Lorenzo serves pizza and coffee. With the exception of being Filoni. These people are Filipinos. What else? To me, these people were the only pester on the left fake profiles, the Andresitos. They didn't try to get a conversation with me. For what purpose? So he wants to pretend that I'm Latino poor and that I would marry Edgar or have kids with Edgar. Y que Edgar would be so salvaje towards me que no me iba a dejar hablar con ningún otro hombre. Trying to frame Edgar for my murder. So they said to Edgar decades ago, Edgar, no la lleves a hoteles. Edgar's like, sorry, bro, but that's what we like to do. And she knows her rights. They were like, Edgar, remind her every day of me. Edgar's like, stop being disrespectful. I'm not going to have lunch with her and talk to her about you. Though he asked me, he's like, you want me to remind you of Carlito y su combo of rapists? And I'm like, no, why would I want to remember? But I'm so grateful that I had been polyamorous and I had my marriages arranged, even if I had been just like for a day and then with my baby daddy just for. We even talked about that. I'm like, I possibly plan to have sex with you like 8 times, and I just want 2 kids. And then if we meet like at an orgy or a place like I run into you at the mall, and you're not extremely busy and willingly and you want to hang out at a hotel or that sort of thing. What else? 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 So like, you're very respectful of my feelings of polyamory. What else? He and I talked decades ago. Is that I don't suggest that you pursue gender. Like, I'm not gonna give you your money for that. Like, if you wanna pursue someone else, I'll give you your money. He had me on a semi-tight leash because these people have drugged me and raped me decades before Jada and Kehlani, over possibly about a decade or so before Jada and Kehlani were born. So I was a flight risk, even though I planned babies with Agar. When I gave birth to those babies with Agar, I didn't really remember that I had planned babies with Agar. So I'm like, oh, so inspired, like, oh my God, the thing and I have is so amazing. Not even remembering that he and I, before getting when we were born, had plans at least around, supposedly, I don't remember this. When I was a toddler preschooler, and then I saw him at a party when I was 8, and I walked, or 9, and I walked up to him and said, "Hey, you," I didn't even remember his name. I'm like, "Are you and I still up to having babies together?" And he said yes, and then around 14, he messaged me, "Yeah, we committed." What else? 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 What? So he said if you like someone, just let me know and I'll give you your attention. So he became like semi-major. And he did go out. And I stated that like I'm not opposed to you and I'm not opposed to sex if it's a match. But I never found anyone that would be a match. I would sit at a restaurant like near a pretty couple or it's just like watching a painting or a view. It's like I want to dine here with you while sitting next to like the pretty couple next to us or the pretty family that I'm not into us. Set couple or sex. Let's see if they're agree. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. Oh, John Lane had drugged me. Well, it was Benadryl's wife to John Lane, according to John Lane, it was Gloria Lisa, that asked him on behalf of Andrew when in my marriage with Andrew. Remember of like the perceived threat of like these people are dangerous. I'm not true. I'm like the best thing in this table, waitress and waiter, and so are my kids. My baby daddy is okay. The rest, these kids I don't know, I don't want to get to know. Basura around me. Basura around me. If my eyes could see. What else? Julie Allen's are going to be like, we need to take a pictures right now. To see if she has anything to say. The same I studied on people. So they're like, I think what she meant is that she's very confident still, the kids are alright, and the baby daddy is so. The rest, it's like the kids I don't know, and the rest is a piece of shit, but I don't remember why. What else? 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 I'm bored. So I'm seeking the good for everyone that's raped me while I've been drunk. To my mother, you can never hurt me. What else? 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 Joy's putting a feeler out there. Whoever dates Arlene, fully drugs her, invites me to her. They're the They don't practice self-control. They have no impulse control. Some of them have the face of like for real. If I could put my in your hands, so you would kill my mother. I would. So with the amount of people that I need to kill themselves. So I'm asking the FBI to kill the people that steal from me that I don't understand. And steal my vehicles. Ace. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? It's hours. They're like, it would be funnier. Making money, I didn't possibly. Ew. What else? What else? What else? What else? What? What else? Na, 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 na. I remember down there in 2000, 2001, 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16, 17, 18, 19, 23, 24, 25. What else? They said decades ago, right in my presence, they're that stupid. They're like, deja que se acuerde de Chante, que nosotros lo violamos porque no puede estar con ella. They are very nosy people. They're stalkers. So they attend an orgy, apparently still, decades ago. Engaged, like, diablo, mira cómo esos se besaron, se casarán. Y si no se casan, I'm gonna make them marry. No, 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 fulanita, you need to start en la próxima orgía. Get him right away. Porque yo creo que fulana y él se están enamorando, ya estaban enamorando. So for the first orgy, for the next orgy, guys, they conspire. They're like, for the next orgy, two. Se le trepan encima a él, so that he's not happy. They're anti-gay, they're disgusting. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So apparently, as a child, very young child, I attended orgies where I thought that it was cute. It was just an orgy, and they do damage control. That they're like, we must rape Yandel. Y que alguien se recuerda de él later. While in prison, they were talking about this. Y luego alguien enjoy. They don't know how to gauge intelligence. They're stupid. Luego de que alguien llore porque le quitamos a Yandel. So after raping Yandel for more than 20 years, thinking that I would pursue him, I wouldn't. He's not strong enough as a man if he what he did to me was out of stress and coerced by someone. And I'm not one to go on to find out. What was he a man? What else? What else? What else? What else? When I'm financially stable, I plan to travel the planet and meet people ideally for years. What else? So they want to possibly behind the scenes. Even his mother. Sí. Sí, nena, quita esa foto que tú tienes con ella en la playa. Yandel es rico, you can Google Yandel's name. Y aparece el network de ella, no aparece. Como si yo no tasara gente. Como si yo no supiera que el network puede aparecer online a cualquier persona overnight. If Steven Spielberg says that's who I want to hire for my next role. Without acting classes, what all you need to do is ideally learn how to memorize, or you can be a mime in a movie. There's so many options instead of a doodle of him. What else? What else? What else? What else? What she doesn't want is for me to be on the internet exposing that I'm not a toddler. Because they're obsessed, so disgusting, that I don't know how to drive, that I don't know how to cook, that I don't even know how to wipe my own ass. Because I did my toddler exploration around these asquerosidades. My parents had a free for all wondrous activity when I was little, and at the age of 3, I'm like, I'm the kind that falls in love. Supposedly, they didn't take me to orgies, but they may have drugged me and taken me there. And I think that after the age of 3, I never attended an orgy, except one asquerosidad that my parents hosted for me when I was 21. They didn't provide me with self-care or money. They allowed for these asquerosidades to steal from me, to stay in my homes without my permission, steal my vehicles, and not provide me with money for self-care. And then they hosted an orgy where some of these asquerosidades showed up to rape me. They were just so disgusting. You gotta have this. I was peñas, to be honest. What else? 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 They're like, well, no, like, you didn't put in the effort to meet people like with want money. So I gave you the orgy that I thought she would have wanted. Have these people gone to know you? Like, no, these are asquerosidades that tried to rape me. So literally, people that were going to rape me or had raped me were there with the avergüenza con his boca on my vagina. And I think they took pictures. They got the bed out of my parents' home, and there were like a few on. Well, he had his skins and like full. So all he kept doing was reproducing the abuse towards me, and he collecting evidence that the abuse was so happening. I'm like, what the fuck? ¿Qué asco de esta gente? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I don't know what's actually on that. They possibly drug me. How many times did she drug me? How did she drug me? Did she just put drugs in my food? Like I would feel pregnant if it was through the vein. What did she give me? Vinegar? Like literally? Oh, there's liquid in vinegar. But when that changed the taste, or she had from Celtico, que se la daba without taste. All the questions for that being like to explore, but I report abuse in real time, so it doesn't matter. That guy knows, like, I'm gonna kill her one day, porque that's not how I thought she would turn out to be as a mother. Pero there's the constantly terrorized on a date. He's disgusting. People call him Aguada, Puerto Rico. They're disgusting. Una basura. I don't ever want that near me. Ew, ew, ew. Son un puerco asqueroso. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? It's raped me. It's drugged me. It's facilitated people raping me. It possibly laugh in 2020 while Ezio Rivera was sexually harassing me. Con Ginny Gendaliris asquerosidad. Con Arlene Lorenzo Acevedo. And he thinks that I'm gonna take him out on a date. They laugh, they steal my money so I get sexually harassed. And they're like, oh, no one can put a stop to this. George Washington can. Stupid. On the dollar bill. This is my second cousin that steals from me. There's no such thing as family rivalry. And he steals from me trying to say, the FBI doesn't do anything. The police no sirve. El tipo, un puerco, una basura, es lo más bruto que yo he visto en este planeta. Es una asquerosidad. Fue una gente tan puerco. They're worse than illiterate people. Those people are respectful. You can decapitate the relaciones sexuales. Es el mamá de Rivera hyping him up so that he's sexually harassed. Los de que digo, esa tipa no se quiere para nada de una drogadicta. Una basura. Una puerca asquerosa. Ella se cree que she's gonna lure me into a conversation. For me to say, stop doing that, so that doesn't sexually harass me. It's like, I don't waste my breath on her. I don't know why she's obsessed about me. I don't even know her. Ew. I don't even know her. I don't want to get to know her. That's why they steal my money, hoping that I get to know her. De que se hace pasar por mí con ellos. So they're like, I need to get them to become best friends. So Arlene stops talking so badly about Ginny Gendaliris and saying the truth of how horrendous Ginny Gendaliris is, and it's not just the holes on her chin. You don't think that was a win for them? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. I want Ginny Gendaliris to kill herself. It's May 26th. Hopefully the FBI is clean or the rhythms is like people used to joke about her like esperamos que se mate ella misma o el FBI está clean or the rhythm's gonna get you. Ella se hace experta en polyamory en una asquerosa. She rapes, she thinks that get el poder, so she thinks I'm like this priestess of polyamory. She's just a caca shit. That's what they call her. It's like that caca shit. It's like a priestess of polyamory. Oh, no me hagan recordarle que Arlene tenía el penal en el culo y el de Andrew en la boca decades ago before the Daliris aprendió a decir thank you, God bless you. What was this? And you're welcome, I say. What else? Some people say, wait, to bring it up. Pero only moments picked on, we bring it up. That she ain't no polyamorous, she's just a copycat, really. Ew, es basura asquerosa. Ew. She wants to infiltrate the jail to ruin people's lives. That's why she doesn't go to jail. What else? And jails for people that rehabilitate themselves. What else? What else? What else? What else? I don't do hoes. They hire legal prostitutes to pretend to me. They're embarrassing. They're so gross. Once they cross that line, they're non-existent to me. What else? What else? What else? What else? That's me teniendo poca importancia en su vida. And I understand that. I wouldn't ever pursue someone that doesn't see me as like so. I should have. I'm seeking food. Both of them. My Roswell's expires in a few days. They thought that I would illegally prostitute myself. Like they're that embarrassing. Eso yo de babies are disgusting. They steal from me hoping that I illegally prostitute myself for them to brag to their dad. They look at that, they turn out better than me. They didn't. They're so stupid. Ew. And he thinks that I'm gonna take him out on a date? He's embarrassing to them. Ew, people call him asco in Puerto Rico. They're disgusting. It's infantil eso de estar hiring illegal prostitutes so that I would see them, so that I get my interest peak about his existence and I find out about him or con. That's like very infantil, man. Is the whole party okay? What's that from there? I need to order the keys for my mailbox here. I lost them on New Year's. That accidentally flushed them down the toilet. I need a key to open my mailbox. Yes, there's a 2, 3, or 4, so I can see them. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I must be in a hotel too. What else? Yeah, vehicles. Anyways, tell me all that one. Did he drop dozens of families here that have stayed in my home, so oh my gosh, that have stealed my vehicles, I didn't know it, we receive money. They steal my money thinking that I stalk him or find out like I'm not the police. Okay, that stays in my home, so don't worry. Thank you. For me to be like looking all the way for one is the personality type of Kerosina that goes on looking back at people. What else? What else? This thing I use that. What else? I missed you. I missed you. I'm bored. One more, I need to clean my apartment. One more, if I'm not ready to do them. Oh, that's there. Who's gifting me money? I don't have electricity in my apartment. I'm not a legal prostitute. I'm a victim of a hate crime. Mostly everyone with family of origin is an illegal prostitute, rapist, murderer. They stay in my homes without my permission. They steal my vehicles. They get in the way where I save money and they steal my money. Trying to rape me, trying to see me illegally prostitute myself to sustain a standard of interest. So I wouldn't report to the police first. It's like I stay true to my convictions. I stitch this. Let's hear. What else? You can decapitated steals from me, so there's roaches in my apartment. So what Jennifer Marie Vasquez is doing is taking videos of my video or screenshot, and then when I'm on Tinder, and maybe I'll be on Facebook, like, so I'm dating this guy, she'll go on to say, fuck me instead, Arlene had roaches in her apartment. That's why they steal from one. That's why they stay in one's homes without one's permission. That's why they steal one's vehicles. So I can't even work. She's trying to rape me still. Esa tipa una puerca asquerosidad. She raped me in my teens. They're so disgusting. Ew. Did they beg her to show a picture of themselves on Facebook? I remember being on Facebook in 2008, I think. I could see pictures on Facebook. And what else? So I think I saw her with that Alex guy, the 18 years older than me. Maybe one of those Andrew or whatever. Maybe hasta menorito asqueroso, 9 years younger than me. And I'm like, oh wow, those guys are like very handsome. I can do just as well when I'm financially stable. And I start dating. And then I look at dating, I look at a girl, like one day I'll go on to meet people. And date, just not to date. She's a terrorist, so I don't like, oh my god, she raped me and I'm so scared. I'm gonna kill her in self-defense one day. They're disgusting. They're embarrassing. They're so gross. Ew. So now, what? So many years later, I'm like, ew, no me diga que they insisted. Like that, Jennifer. Todo de nosotros contigo para que ella se recuerde de mí. A ver si me saca una cita. Porque ellos son verdad Toribio character. I don't know what Toribio is. So no me iba a que no sé. What else? Y el de capital Jennifer my basket, no puedo hacerlo. That stays in my homes without my permission, steals my vehicles, and doesn't know everything me, and steals my money. She's an illegal prostitute. I'm like, you need to leave my home. You need to stop stealing my vehicle. You need to stop stealing my money. And they don't understand. They think that they're above the law because they know Lorenzo. You're stupid. You're stupid. They get angry at one. They're like, why is she lying? So she obeys the law. What does she know that I don't know? They beg for sex. They're disgusting. I didn't say the chocolate. Anyways, there's the lightning. So because I have a metal bed, most likely be sleeping on the floor. Oh shit. Whoa. That was things. Ew.